multiple women and I dated a man.
Ma, tell her. Go up there and tell her.
And I am that man. I'm the
Ew.
man.
Okay. Alright. The connection has started. The live stream has started, boys. Alright.
Well, you're gonna hear me eating. I mean...
Don't put your mic so close to it then. Alright, Aura, stop being what you always are, because, I don't want to get demonetized and not get any ads in the future.
Do I have to be mature then?
No, you don't have to. It's just like, don't be weird moments, Jesus.
No promises whatsoever.
No, you're gonna guarantee it, otherwise you ain't getting nothing out of me.
What you gonna do, eh?
Put you in a corner and make you think about what you done.
Yeah.
That's what. Now.
What do you do?
Now for the introductions. Alright. I'm your co-host and owner of the podcast, SK, also known as Deadeye.
No, I'm the host. No,
I meant the host of the podcast, because I'm the one who's hosting it, you dingus.
No.
Then who make the podcast? Me or you?
Me.
No, you didn't!
It's on my YouTube.
What are you talking about, you absolute brainlet? Here today with the owner of a dead story that's never been made in 4 years, Jackal.
Gemini.
I'm gonna tell my mom that you called me a racial slur.
Listen, just because you look like Gemini official doesn't mean you have to get mad at me.
You're a Virgo, SK. Shush.
So are you.
You're lame. I'm not a Virgo. I'm a
Whatever.
Sagittarius.
Here with our two guests. Both of them are bottoms, so I guess you can refer to them as that.
Bro, we're literally gonna get... We're gonna get demonetized.
Bro, I don't even get ads for my videos anyway.
What's so good about ads? Ads are annoying.
I don't care. It makes me money. We got Aura.
Wow.
Aura the cow, and Terry. We call her Scary Terry for short.
Yeah, you call me a cow.
I don't care. Alright, today we're going to be talking more about the Netherlands. We have two new people who don't know jack crap about it, so they can give their insights about it.
I wanted to put this in the refrigerator because it was just out.
Don't take 20 years to come back now.
Yeah. When I got it, it wasn't in the refrigerator.
Okay, we're getting off topic here. We're getting off topic here.
I want to let it chill.
Alright, so, Alex, I'm assuming you never read our story, even though you're in our Discord.
I'm too lazy to read.
You're too lazy to read. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I like reading, but I wasn't really...
You guys are really gay.
You're dating a woman.
I am dating a man.
You're dating a man.
I'm dating a man.
You have Diablo.
Whatever.
The Prince of Hell.
Alright. Do you guys want the short rundown or you want a long rundown?
Short.
Of course you would want short. Give them the long one.
Short, like...
I'll get them the Excel version.
Unlike your PP.
Mine?
Alright, who you want to start, Destiny, or you want me to start?
Hi, would you like penis enlargement pills?
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna get demonetized. Y'all gonna get demonetized.
No. Just redo the intro. Just redo it. Just end the stream and start another.
Ending the stream and doing another one. People already got pinged to this one. Just deal with it. I'll just edit it out postpone, okay? Jesus. Alright. We're starting over with the introductions. Alright. Hello, everyone. My name is Deadeye, also known as SK. I'm the co-host of the owner of the story and the owner of the podcast who has to make sure this stays alive. Here with the actual host of the Netherlands story is Jackal.
Awa.
And we have two special guests with us who barely know anything about the story, so they can give their rundowns an idea about what they think about the story. Here with Aura and Terry. Introduce
You mean
yourselves.
yeast?
Yeast.
Oh my gosh, why'd you say my actual fucking name, dumbass?
There's a literal bunch of people named Terry in the entire universe. I don't want to hear you talk.
Yeah, but like they'll know automatically who this Terry is.
Yeah, obviously. They know my voice.
Nobody goes to your school anyway. Okay. Anyway. So we're going to basically give them the rundown of the story so far, and then we'll tell you people what we're going to be doing since we're already deciding to make the second chapter after 6 months.
Y'all could just talk to Aura. I'm not even here. I'm a hallucination.
No.
No.
Can I join the hallucination, please?
No.
Y'all can just talk amongst yourselves. We're just here to add dumb.
Alright, yeah. It's been since October 22nd since we made the chapter, so I guess we can still give a quick rundown.
Did you just October 22nd?
I mean, 22.
22.
25.
Alright. Alright, Aura and Yeast, do you want the long part of the story where we give a long detail about each character, or you want a short rundown of just the story in general?
Sure.
Okay, if we do short, I want to do the short version.
Alright, yeah. Jackal, take it away.
Alright. Big scary man kick out son. Son lives with human. Human father figure dies.
I think
big,
we need a better, more
man.
example of this.
That is a great example. I love it. I know what you're talking about. I understand.
I'm gonna start asking questions. What did you kick out for?
Alright, now we're gonna go for the long one since man over here wants to speak caveman language like he's Casey Neistat. Alright, so we're gonna start from the way beginning. If you haven't read chapter 1, which I know both of you have never even heard of it, we start off with
Yeast has.
Yeast has. Okay,
Yeast.
But the only one who didn't read it is just Alex. I mean, Aura. God.
You can call me Alex. I don't care.
Okay, Alex from Minecraft.
Logan from Logan Paul on YouTube. Your point is?
Oof.
My username is always displayed in gameplays anyway. So basically the long rundown is a story about a man named Joseph who is a royal knight to the king. He's kind of one of the best knights, not one of the greatest, but basically King Arthur's right-hand man, but King Arthur's left-handed. King Arthur's left.
Corny. Never say that again.
Yeah.
King Arthur's left-hand man is literally a beast, but we don't want to talk about him yet. But Jackal knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But basically, not Arthur. Joseph. Joseph is basically learning little things over time about the segregation against beasts and how mostly they are not one with humans. Humans are not fond with them, but beasts want to, actually be part of society. But a little thing called the Northern Beasts, who are up north in Canada, decided to screw with all of them and made them look even more bad than they should.
As you should.
So, ever since then, multiple beasts have not been allowed in the kingdom. Only a small amount of them, but they were only forced to work with them or either had to hide their identity, basically. So
damn, this is slavery right there.
Yes.
Well, it's not slavery. I mean, that small group of beasts can topple over their government, but
motherfucker, what do you think forced to work is?
Who cares?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you think about it, with a beast and their strength,
they're much stronger than a human.
To work, right? So, I mean, I wouldn't say that they're forced to work. They're probably just letting them think that they're forced to work.
Yeah, maybe that makes sense.
But basically, in this timeline, it takes place in the year 500, basically. But the technology is kind of a little bit more advanced than usual. Basically, think of it kind of like steampunk or something. Except there's no actual steampunks. It's just they have really good technology, which means they can.
You mean steam?
Yeah, steampunk. It's like steampunk. But that's basically their technology, and they make weapons fit for many things, mostly just for beast. Because beasts are way different from just ordinary animals, obviously, because they date back to an origin time, way, way far back, and now they're here. But basically, the base rundown is, if I can remember what Jackal said, is that beasts were just any other normal human being until they decided that they basically pulled a JoJo and say I reject my humanity and decided to go with the beast way because they just thought humanity was just the lower scum of the earth, so they're gonna force themselves to reject that by becoming the animals themselves so they can overpower the weak humanity people. Basically saying that to become more stronger we had to reject what we were if we want to go greater heights, I guess. But most of them had different ideals, and the northern beasts surely had a different ideal than what anyone had. They basically just wanted to just kill for fun, just for the fun of it, not even for sport. And during this time, in the story, King Joseph basically just realized that the beasts are being more, how do I say it, more rude than usual. More of them are keep finding out within the kingdom, and he's just like he's getting really tired of it because he just thinks that not all beasts are bad. It's just literally the northern beasts are just screwing it up for them. But he just like during this certain day where he didn't think not much would happen, something does happen, and an entire raid beast goes on that attacks the entire kingdom. And he meets a little beast boy before the raid. His name is Roz. Roz is an innocent boy who comes from the northern beast, and he's not like the other beast because because literally he's the only.
Roz isn't like other guys.
Yeah, because he's literally the only one who doesn't want to kill.
Sound so sus as a kid. We're gonna get demonetized. You're making it sound sus.
He's like 300 years old.
A little boy? Jesus.
Beast ages are different.
Yeah, beasts age slowly, so like to a human, to like
he's mentally like a child, but like he's physically way older than any other person in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, math. You gotta do some math with that. Jesus.
He's
like to what like any other person would see him, and it's like, oh my god, I just see like what looks like maybe a 10-year-old boy. He's like, I'm not 10, I'm like 300 years old.
Daddy, do I look like?
Yeah, but basically, do I look like? The base rundown is that Raj was kicked out of his tribe just like now, and his father was just basically screwing with him even more. Because I think we did kind of explain it in the first chapter. I mean, your side of the chapter you did.
That sounded mega sus.
What? He got kicked out of his tribe, so it sounds sus?
No, the other part. The other part.
What? Whatever.
Bro!
I don't even know what you're talking about, honestly. But anyway, the backstory for Roz is basically, throughout his life, he just basically lived in royalty, and he didn't have to do much, but just think of the positive things. He kind of knows that the beast people kind of go out on raids, but he didn't think much about it. He thought it was just threatening them or something. But until one day where his father decides, hey, you're becoming a growing boy. Maybe I should take you on one of my raids that I've been doing. I'll even bring one of my best men to make sure you don't even get hurt. And he's like, "Oh, this will be fine. And maybe it'll just be a short little run around to see how things work." Until when they went to a small village, and let's just say the small village was no longer a village. The village was in.
Yes. Look at this small village. I mean, just nice plot of land.
Yeah, everything was burning and everyone was dying. They literally massacred all of them. They didn't even rob them of anything. Like they didn't take anything. They just started killing.
Like, to Raz's point of view, like, he knew, like, he guessed that only a couple beasts would go out and, like, go on a rampage and just kill random people. But he didn't think it was just, like, everyone. And, like, to what he thought and what he was being told is that beasts are here to protect. Like, just to keep the other humans safe, to make sure that they don't wander into their territory on accident and get killed, like a unjust killing.
Yeah.
Like a killing that didn't need to happen. So he thought that they were just making sure that like humans were staying like where they needed to be, making sure they were like being okay, that they're not getting attacked by any like of their beasts saying like, you know, we're gonna kill you or whatever. Like, even if you haven't done anything, but I mean, you know, he got lied straight into his face.
And after seeing that, he kind of just like got really disgusted after that, and he didn't really do anything. He just kind of just hid back for a while until it was over.
Roz, I can't wait to have a good time, and honestly, everyone's being attacked right now. They didn't even rob
anything. They didn't even left any loot. They didn't take anything. They just said, "Screw it, we just leaving bodies." They did it for fun. They just did it for the fun of it. They didn't just came there to steal.
Well, get some loot then. Get some loot.
They don't care. They have plenty of it because they could just.
They don't see. Okay, another thing with the beasts, they don't really need earthly possessions because I mean,
why
they're
would
gonna
they?
not be like they're not gonna be relevant at a certain time.
Yeah.
Because since they live so long, things sort of just like blend into each other or like cease to be useful. So they don't really care about money.
Yeah, plus, human equal food to them. human equal food to them. So after after the raid happens and his father comes in, how was the raid, son? Did you enjoy everything? How many people you killed? How many body counts you have? And he's just like, he doesn't want to talk to him at all. And he knows, like, whoa, well, what's wrong? Did something happen? He's like, he just calls him out on his bull and says, why would you do that? Why would we kill innocent people like that? And he's like, boy, this is what we've been doing for years. This is nothing new. This is what you have to be a real beast. And he says, no, this is not right. This is not humane or anything good.
A real man.
And as soon as he heard the word human and humane, he just thought, oh, no, this boy got himself. He ain't, no. So he proceeded to beat the crap out of him.
He let the devil take you?
He literally proceeded to beat the crap out of him, telling him, what did you just say? Humans are never good. They were never good to us. They were just nothing but worm food. And then he was just gonna flat out kill him right then and there. He didn't care. But until his son actually fought back for once, what a little coward. They actually hit him with a really powerful.
Never a coward.
Well, he wasn't a coward, but he was getting mollywopped by his father.
Imagine every scene in Jujutsu Kaisen, but that's his dad.
Yeah.
No, imagine the entire Cell games as his father.
Until like Roz like hit him with a powerful fist, and he was just like, "Whoa, why did I actually felt that?"
Wow, that actually really hurt.
And he realized this kid has real potential in him.
Ow! Giggles.
So he came up with an idea. So you believe that humans are good to us and you want to protect them. All right, good. Go get out of here. You're not allowed with us anymore if that's what you think. Get lost." And he just let him go and he ran. And he had the brightest idea. He told one of his men, "All right, gather up all our troops. We're going to the kingdom right now. If he wants to go save someone, well, he's going to learn that the hard way, how we do things." So he proceeded to get all his men and plan this entire raid just to screw with Roz even more.
I like how he does understand that he literally just like broke most of his son's bones in his body. So he's just like kind of like just crippled and like walking along the path until he just like faints from pain.
I mean, it's just putting salt on the wound at that point.
Salt? You mean salt. Like bleach?
Ow.
No, they're putting rice on the wound. No. Put rice.
You mean lava?
They're just embalming him alive.
Put the rice in the wound.
So now, like after Roz finally came out of the forest with his bruises self, he finds Joseph and his friend James. And they basically try to go with an agreement that this kid is really different from all the others for some reason. James was gonna.
It's just a feeling, bro.
Yeah, James was gonna turn him in because he could just be a spy, but like literally Joseph just could tell that this kid is not much of a fighter, current from his wounds. So he decided, hey, I'm gonna take you back home with my family, just for the time being. And then he realized,
we're not gonna keep you or anything. We're just making sure you're not gonna die.
Yeah, and then he just like hears horns and stuff, and then he go, "Oh no, that can't be good." So he quickly gets on his horse and takes Roz with him, leaving James behind just to probably defend the fort for a little while. I mean, and then after that point, Joseph got to his family. He has quote unquote 3 kids. Arthur, John, and then Quilos. Quilos looks a bit different from the 2 brothers, but that's not important.
Quilos is black.
I'm pretty sure he's not Krispy Kreme black.
And it sure isn't me.
Maybe like if he was just black, I mean, then he would obviously just not look like them and not be brothers. There'll be obviously something up. But
things wrong with this picture.
But yeah, let's see. At this current time, like Arthur's like 10, John is like 5, literally 5, and like we never really we never stated what Quilos' age was, but
did I hear a fetus?
Chill out. I mean, I guess Quilos was... He's kind of a newborn, but not at the same time. Obviously reasons, but we can't give it out. But basically, he's just like... He's kind of different for some reason. And they basically... Joseph just basically says, "Okay, I got this beast child. Wife, please don't kill him or just do anything. Just take care of him for a little while. I gotta go do something." And so he just left Roz there. And he tried to bond with
never came back.
Yeah, he tried to bond with them, but Arthur wasn't too fond of him because it was literally just a beast in their house. Like, what?
Father, I could understand the first one, but this one, no.
What is this?
But, Father, I don't crave violence.
But obviously, John takes a liking to him because he's a fetus. A 5-year-old would be attracted to anything.
I could imagine, like, John was like, "Oh my god, this thing has a tail, must ride." But know what? No. Slight deviation. I can also see, like, since they don't really know a lot about, like, beast physiology and, like, their horns, I can imagine that, like, one time, like,
I know.
that like John, being a 5-year-old, just yanked at his horn and like Roz just like let out like a howling screech.
Because naturally, beasts' horns are their major weakness because their literal veins are connected to their brains. Like, yeah,
like he was passed out for a good
Yeah,
couple
shit. That
hours.
probably should kill him from blood loss or something.
No, they will kill him immediately. Just touching them will kind of give off a slight pain, but just like
You really have
yanking
to
or
give me
pulling,
out.
or literally pulling them out will almost kill you, or
You
just
really
not
have to
flat
give me
out.
that anime vibe. I just got a vibe from an anime.
Yoink, screech.
Like that was just the day where everyone just like made like a agreement never to touch his horns.
Never.
Bro, now I feel like I want to get more
Ever.
ramen because I was just eating ramen. I want to get more now.
Cause like I can imagine like Roz like involuntarily probably like kicked the crap out of John. Cause I mean, it hurts. I mean, he doesn't want to intentionally harm him. I mean, he did.
Or does he?
Or does
Dun,
he?
dun.
No.
No. What else? Yeah, but Joseph getting back to the kingdom. Yeah, Joseph already comes back to the kingdom, and he can already tell that oh no, beasts are already going through, and he just realized, wait a minute, I just left James there, and these beasts are already here. That can't be good. So he just assumes that his best friend just literally died. But he goes in there and he counters like a bunch of beasts and stuff. He's not gonna solo them all. Like he can probably handle like one beast or two, but just like three at most is just like they're gonna body him, and that's what kind of happens. He gets kind of bodied a little bit, and then of
A
course,
little bit.
yeah,
Sometimes you just
yeah,
need to
his
get
wrist,
bodied a
his
little bit.
literal leg almost got crushed. I don't know if that's not a little bit, but that's a lot. But eventually, James actually somehow makes it through and just like helps Joseph out. And currently now, we didn't continue on with it, but we can give you ideas on what's happening next. I mean, we did made a chapter. Well, I made a part chapter. It's like when me and Jackal were making separate chapters to the story. He literally made an entire chapter all about Roz's backstory, and I made one just basically up to 2 chapters if we're going by this standpoint now. I mean, if you read my part of the chapter, you already know what probably almost happens, but it was like a different scenario and stuff, and I didn't like that, so I changed it. Like, my part of the chapter was just garbage. His was just little backstories. So we just both have different things. But now we kind of agree that maybe we'll put in some backstories, but not too much. I think we should just mainly just talk about backstories in here since it's more easier to do. That way, it just won't like take up an entire chapter of just backstory.
Mhm.
Like because already
Well,
making
actually,
make
that's how some books work.
yeah I know, but
Like
like
they'll
making
focus
one
on
entire
like
chapter
2
is
people.
already long enough, and then making one about a backstory is just gonna be more harder.
Well, it's not about a backstory. It's like starting from the beginning.
Yeah. It's
I
a
mean,
good
we can
thing
have a
not
prologue.
many characters have backstories since they already start from the beginning.
I mean, we can have a prologue where it's like they're in the middle of like a fight, and it's just like, how did all of this go wrong? Chapter 1.
I mean, I had an idea literally just pulling the same move that kind of Boruto does, where they literally show a scene of the last battle of the actual chapter, and then it just
You
cuts
might
to
be
the
wondering how I got
actual
here.
thing. Yeah.
It all started in the summer of
Except
1962.
even if I did do that now, it would kind of be a little bit crazy because the final chapter is just absolute chaos.
Bonkers.
Yes, literally. Let's say it's reality ending. How about that? We'll just say that. Characters are more broken than broken, bro. That's the kind of the idea I had anytime I was gonna animate it, which is animate one scene of the last thing that will happen. But I then realized we have 9 parts of this story, and then yeah, 9 parts of this story, or is it 8? I don't know. 1, 2, 3. I guess yeah. 4 and 6 are literally the same thing. So that will be just 4, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7. 7 parts. Okay, so we have 7 parts. Because I just realized chapter 4 and part 4 and 5 are just basically, we could just basically make them connected and not make them separate parts, since both of them are very short. So yeah, there's like 7 parts of this story. We're not going to tell you what happens in those parts, but you'll eventually find out in 20 years, probably. And who knows? Who knows how many chapters we get till just making chapter 2? I mean, the story is basically already done. It's just like we now have to make the chapters now. So.
Oh my god! I just spent all my Sims money on getting a new TV.
Oh my god.
So, what do you guys think so far? Any ideas? Anything you like to add or want to know more about?
I knew like all of this background information before coming here, so.
All right, Aura.
No.
Aura.
Aura's gone.
Great. That's just great. Anything
do
you want
you have, like,
anything you want to know more about beast 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 anatomy, not beast anatomy, beast engine. God dang. Beastology. Beastology. It's just biology, but beast.
Beastology.
I was just gonna make a cool thing that was literally just gonna go be called biology about beast. You think?
I don't know.
You think dinosaurs were? Oh wait. Oh, I just realized dinosaurs in our timeline. What would they be like? Or they're just regular animals?
I don't. Well, I mean, this is a world of fantasy, so I mean,
yeah.
Maybe there's dinosaurs.
But dinosaurs.
But no, actually, no.
I mean, we got mythical creatures and godlike mythical creatures, Destiny.
I know, but then, like, how would dinosaurs fit in? Oh my god, actually, I have the perfect thing! Okay, so you didn't let me talk about this in the last one. But, like, I made 2 different, like, other beasts, like, subspecies. And, like, you have, like, I don't know, like, the names of them, haven't named them yet. Like, you have the beasts that live in the desert. And, like, they're just, like, they're pretty much, like, all just, like, scaled creatures, like, just snakes or anything that you will find in the desert. And they're not violent at all. They're more scavengers.
So, like they're more like crows.
Like... No, well, not really. Like, they, like, hunt, quote unquote, hunt in packs. It's like, if any, like, caravan comes through, they'll be like, give us all your money, or, like, we'll kill you. But, like, not really. Please just hand it over. Please. We really don't want to kill you, but, like, just give us your money. But, like, if they can see that they're, like, outmatched, they'll just, like, run immediately. Because, like, unlike other beasts, they can, like, just die from, like, any other wound. Like, they're not much different than, like, a regular human.
Yeah, other beasts need, like, special material just to cut through their skin.
Yeah. With them, it's like, you could just stab them in like, the chest.
I'm pretty sure a flintlock will literally kill them. I'm pretty sure a BB gun might just stung them a lot.
Like, they're more, like, just like, listen, we'll let you pass if you have big guns and swords, just don't hurt us.
No.
It's like, and they're like the easiest people to, like, get any information on, because, like, the only information they won't tell you on is, like, people that they, like, in their little, like, pack. But if it's like anybody else, they'll tell you. because they're trying to save their own skin.
I guess that's reasonable. Snitch.
So I feel like they would have, like, if we had dinosaurs, they would use them as like a mode of transportation, or just to make themselves look bigger and badder.
Beast riding other beast. That's literally it. Beast riding other beast.
What
That's
kind
all
of
I think.
hierarchy?
This is great economy. Beast riding other beasts. This is just fond.
Yes.
Alex.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions or things you want to know more about the story?
No, I think I got it all.
I highly doubt you do, but yeah.
Anything you guys think we should add?
Fuck you.
Like any information you want to know more about. Like basically,
No.
listen, we want to make this podcast a little bit more interesting, so we can have more to say before
What,
next
we
week.
want to make it a little long.
Well,
Yeah.
I gotta leave anyways, or
Why?
cause.
Oh, wow.
Black
Okay.
people.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Well, since now they're gone, that leads us with more ideas. Okay. Oh yeah, the next chapter. Basically the next chapter, I'm already starting writing it. If you already read it, yeah. Hold on. If I go to the Discord now, if we go to the unofficial chapters, basically if you just go to my version of the first chapter, it'll basically just be what chapter 2 is going to be. Except it'll be a little bit more explaining and a bit more reasonable. And how long is it going to take before we finish it? Probably 20 years, who knows? Maybe if Jackal...
When we're in our 30s.
Yeah, maybe until Jackal gets off his butt and actually start writing his part. Maybe.
When y'all are 90 years old, like y'all are boomers.
Oh my goodness, you want me to write all the chapters?
No, absolutely not.
What do you mean, absolutely not?
I said what I said.
You don't want me to write the chapters, but you don't want to write any chapters.
Yes. Oh my god, Roz literally just... Okay, Roz just broke the toilet and then made the sink dirty, and he's just gonna go take a shower.
That's a good lore point. That's a good lore point.
Bro, are you that lazy?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
I guess we can power scale our characters up to part 1.
No. Oh god. Oh, well, Roz is in his beast form.
I mean, yeah, at this point, if we go to, like, further parts, it just gets more unbalanced, but, I mean, honestly, I don't think anyone will care that much if we spoil a little bit more of the story. They're probably not going to watch this long podcast anyway. So I guess we can talk a few things about feats in general with each character. So who do you want to start with? Our candidates are Quailos, John, Arthur, Roz, obviously, Balthazar, and Joseph.
Okay.
Let's start off with Joseph's feats. Even though his chapters are going to be very short, we can tell by his feats. He's the right hand, second in well, not second in command, basically the strongest royal guard that King Arthur has for the time being. That's not a beast.
Hey, what little small human army he has.
Joseph has proven himself to be quite a worthy opponent for many beasts. Mostly because he takes many thoughts and notes about them for each battle, so he can knows what he's doing. And he was kind of...
Yo, do you think that, like, him and Balthazar ever did, like, a match together at one point? He tried to fight him, he was just like, "Why can't I move?"
I mean, if King Arthur pulls out Balthazar with Joseph, it would probably be a one-sided fight. If Balthazar was just going to be Balthazar. But if it was just yeah, because if he just pulled out his shadow, it's all game over. Like, there's nothing he can do. This man is literally Shikamaru, but if Shikamaru can make his shadow punch someone, but
he would just stand there. It's like, do I really have to fight him, my king? Yes, give me entertainment. Well, okay.
But if he was like fighting him instead of just like using literal hacks, maybe it would kind of be an even playing field. Cause just because he's just like mega strong doesn't mean he just mostly just relies. He just mostly relies his shadow, doesn't he?
No. Okay, see, that's the thing. He prefers to use his shadow because, like, as like people are gonna see like later in the story, due to events, he doesn't want to really kill people. He really just wants to, like, quote unquote pacify them, just make sure that they won't like interfere with him again for the
It's not like he
time
killed
being.
someone before.
Well, he had a reason. I mean, when
What was his reason? Because they were a coward?
No, like, oh, I thought you were talking about his, like, quote unquote dad.
No, I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, the one who got splattered.
I know that. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, he doesn't want to kill, but like if he had deems that you have to die for things to change to get better, that you have to die, then maybe you really do need to die.
He just decides your fate. Okay, you did some bad thing. Time for you to die. Smash your skull in.
Time for you to pass away.
I mean, if Balthazar lays a hit on like not Jonathan, Joseph, he might actually do a massive amount of damage, obviously. But armor exists, so it probably still hurt him a lot. Probably broke in his bones and shatter it. Maybe not even be able to walk with that leg again, but it still might be an even playing field if he were just fighting hand in hand. So it just really depends on who you think will win. It's not like who will win. They're both evenly matched. Next we have John. Part one, John. He's not the strongest, but he gets better.
I mean, yeah, because he's like a literal child.
He's 15,
he's a
man.
teenager.
Like over time, he will get stronger, but he won't reach. It will only be until he gets a power significantly strong with a certain arrow. That's when he starts to become evenly matched with some of his friends, so he can actually keep up. His strongest feat so far, basically taking on the war. You know which war I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
That's basically it. He was able to almost match up with them, and I wouldn't say he was able to beat mostly any of them, but he had to, kill some of them. And
oh God, my taxes just came, and I don't think I'll be able to afford them.
Now you're gonna go to jail for tax invasion. Great. So yeah, part one, John. He doesn't really do much besides he kind of sticks mostly on the sidelines because he just wanted to have a fun adventure, not really fight mostly. But he's useful when he has to be. Now, Arthur. Arthur almost trained with like his father when he was a little child, but obviously, his father was much better than he is, so he absolutely crushed him in any sword fight. But he just like trained him a little bit to know a little bit basics about sword fighting, and he just trained himself over time to be a good swordsman. Not the best, but a good swordsman. It's only until when his usefulness kind of dies out, almost
To come to my house if you don't like me. Why did this sim asked to come over to my house, but they don't like me. What?
I guess out of spite. I mean, what would you say? I mean, I guess his greatest feat we can see right now is just like with the fight with Roz's father or someone. Like,
Yeah, I think that's like pretty much the only big feat. I mean, we're gonna, and now I think about it, we're gonna have to talk about like side plots of like them trying to find out information on like. Actually, I don't
yeah,
think it would be them finding
the
out
side
information.
plots
It's
is the
just like
bounties.
Roz.
Remember,
Yeah, so we're gonna
they
have to
gain
like.
bounties to
Would
gain
those count
informations.
as like feats actually?
I
Like, would
mean,
those count as like feats,
the
or just like
bounties
stuff that
kind
they have
of.
to
I
do?
don't know. They work as a team. They mostly don't go into solo. I mean, we barely put them in. We barely put single characters by themselves. We mostly put them in a small group or something.
I mean, if you talk about freaking Arthur, it's like John's like, Roz, help me out here, and Arthur's like, no, he can handle himself.
He's a
Go on,
beast.
beast.
Come on, beast. You
Right.
can handle yourself. Prove your worthiness right here.
It's like, well, I can, but like maybe, like I feel like Roz, being exposed to war tactics when he was a literal fetus. He knows like he can pretty much not quote unquote scale people, and like he knows that John needs to like be able to fight on his own and like take on certain situations. So I feel like he would be like, "Well, Arthur, I feel like John is ready to do like like stuff like this by on his own. I mean, we'll be
No.
right there, but like we don't need
He just
why
straight
should
up
I listen
says
to what you
no. Why
say?"
should I listen to what you say? You just wanted to put him in danger, don't you?
No, I'm speaking of this as in like
I'm not putting
practical,
a
like.
young child into danger. He's only
Well,
with us because
I
he
get
has
that
to.
I get that he's young, but I mean, he should still be able to fight. You don't want to throw him into battle when he's 20, he has no idea what he's doing.
He'll learn by me over time, but he's not ready yet. Obviously,
I'm
John is
pretty
just kind of
sure he's
disappointed, but
ready.
he's not ready yet for his kind of level of skill.
It's like John has potential, but his brother doesn't want to like quote unquote see it really. He
Yeah,
just doesn't want
he doesn't
to
want him
listen
to
to
be.
whatever Ross saying.
Yeah, he doesn't want to listen to what Roz said, and also he doesn't want his brother to get killed. He can easily just get himself into trouble if he doesn't listen to what Arthur just tells him to do. So I guess compared to Arthur, he's definitely stronger than John in many ways. So like after
Mhm.
the parts, compared to Quilos, not really,
No.
not really at all. If we're talking about way suppressed kind of Quilos, then no, still no, because he just still has some weird things about him. Roz maybe or maybe not. It kind of depends. They mostly bicker a lot, but they never really just decided I'm gonna kill him. I just want to kill him.
Like I feel like it's like since Roz and Balthazar, did I really just say Roz and Balthazar? I mean, I feel like Roz would kind of like get close to each other their own way because it's like, hey, we're both not humans living in a human household. How weird is that? But it's like they both have different like views on things because like since Carlos is what he is, he still has like he somehow like is just hardwired to think things through differently. Like if they like get attacked by bandits, his first thought isn't let's just like tie them up somewhere, like put a note on them so like everyone knows they're bandits. No, it's just like let's just kill them.
They're obviously murderers or probably victims of something else. They don't deserve this life anymore. Because
And everybody's like, well,
he has murder intentions. That's why.
and everybody else is like, well, dude, I mean, we don't have to kill them. He's like, well, I guess fine.
I guess like the only one who's not a like Roz is not a like Roz doesn't want to kill at all. John doesn't want to kill. Arthur he'll kill, but he just like unless it's needed. Qualos he's just something. He just tries to suppress it. Like the only one who's
Like
probably above killing is just Arthur.
Like I feel like right now in chapter 1, Roz is like rejecting who he is, and he's like, no, I'm not that. I'm not that kind of beast. Beasts don't have to kill, and I'll prove that we don't. Actually, I'll never kill. I will never kill. I'll be a beast that never kills. I
And I
mean, that
just
was
like how
easily debunked.
and I just like how literally Balthazar is just the complete opposite of him. Like he fully accepts that he is what he is, and he's proud of it. I mean, not so much that he likes his own kind, but like he's proud to be what he is.
Yeah.
But somehow they have a
Like,
good connection.
oh my God, Roz, why are you filthy?
I mean, he is a
He
beast,
just
man.
came home. No, like, hold on. He just came home and he looks disgusting. Clearly, he rolled in mud.
My goodness. So, speaking of Roz, we're going up next with him. His strongest feats so far in part 1.
Alright, I'm back again.
Oh, congratulations, you're back. We're just talking about scaling and feats so far. And right now we're on Roz.
Roz. I
Roz
think
has a lot
Roz's
of
biggest
feats.
fate is. Yeah. I mean, compared with like Arthur, just like everybody but Roz evacuate. Roz, you can survive. So I feel like Roz will like have to come in clutch for like a lot of situations during the bounties because again Arthur just like doesn't like him and he would put Roz in purposely put Roz in like dangerous situations because he's just a beast, he'll survive. But I feel like it'll be one time where like he put him in like a dangerous situation and Roz actually did get hurt. Like he did like get seriously injured. Not
then,
seriously like
but
dead
then he
injured, but like
decides like, okay, fine, I'll come in, I'll step in and help. Yeah, I guess
like
that
I
could
would imagine
happen.
like I imagine maybe like Roz like sidestep like in the wrong direction, probably got like a sword impaled through him. I mean, it didn't kill him, but like he was in like pain. He was
Yeah.
like, that hurt.
I mean, do we count him? Well, he got the final blow with his parent. I mean, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He did got the final blow, but does that really count? I don't know. He was just like,
It does. No. If you like, I mean, take this in game logic in like a game. It doesn't matter how much damage you do. It's like the person that did like the final blow gets the kill. So
yeah, I guess so. But they were kind of working as a group to do it. That's why I was kind of thinking, does it really kind of count? But I guess it kind of does.
yeah, between Ra's like his first feat literally like evaporating, like someone's eye, you just straight up like just vaporizing it to the amount of times he had to save everybody because Arthur was kind of being a douchebag, and then him like KOing said person, he does have a lot of feats.
Yeah.
Like the bounties are just like plus ones, but I mean it still counts because again it was like Arthur made him solely responsible for everyone's survival without saying that he's solely responsible for everyone's survival.
Yeah, we never really. I don't know how many bounties we're gonna be doing, but I don't want to make it like so many bounties that it's comparable to One Piece, but like you know what I mean.
Like I feel like the bounties are more of them just gathering money for supplies, and two, Raz's way of trying to get like Art like trying to get John to like be able to defend himself without everybody else having to defend him.
Yeah.
It's like he doesn't want to do this the Beast way, but he's kind of is, but like on a very smaller scale of like
And
you're not gonna die
it is just like
immediately.
Ra's trying to gain trust with Arthur, but he's just like sobs he's not getting trust with him. I think before we said he gains a little respect for him, but then we changed it where he just loses all respect for him.
I think no, I think it was like a time where it was like Arthur was like, okay, maybe I should stop being a douchebag to him and maybe cut him some slack. But I think like it will be like one time where Ross like literally like
Wait,
trying
the
not
one
to
time
die himself.
remember the one time he did gain trust to him? You know what happened to him, right?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, that happened. So it'll kind of be anticlimactic. So instead of like
Like
him
I feel
gaining trust, he would just like slowly lose trust with him.
no, for some reason I feel like he would like start to feel like, okay, maybe I should like actually have a conversation with him that's not just me like telling him no. But I feel like he won't because it'll just be like that one time where Roz was like actually like trying not to actively die himself due to like some like I don't know like some ambush that happened, and like John like maybe got like punched in the face once or like maybe got like kicked or whatever, and Arthur was like, you tried to kill him, you put him in danger, why weren't you there to save him, why weren't you there to protect
Why
him?
weren't you there? That is the question.
Yeah, and like Rouse was like, wait, hold on, when did I become his bodyguard?
You always like Arthur is the only one who always try to put blame onto him, and it never works really because it's just a blind rage at that point. He just doesn't like him. If it involves John getting hurt or anything, he always try to make an excuse on why it happened. But eventually, he just can't make any more excuses, and he just accepts the fact that he was kind of the one who put John in this long, endeavored adventure for no reason.
Mhm.
And now he has to see him fight other people because of his actions. I mean, it's not really Arthur's fault for all the upcoming next events, but it played in part in some things. Like the one with Quailos, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
They didn't have to get more information, but well, they kind of did, but yeah, like it was obviously too dangerous, and they didn't pull out sooner than they had to, and that just like cost a major risk. And I guess that was kind of like the turning point in the entire story, and that's the literally one small thing caused an entire new story to happen. Wow. And it's funny how we change. What the? Who is banging on my wall? Okay, and I just want to make point out, like we changed. Qualos is literally the only person who changed the most story wise, hasn't he? Like everyone had a slight change, but it was mostly to like backstories or like power. Qualos like changed like a lot. Backstory, reasons, like morality and stuff. Like we changed all of him. Didn't he was like before we like made him the first time, he was literally just like the embodiment of evil and literally just Dio. He was just evil for no
Yeah.
reason until we gave him until we changed them up, and then now he's just more calm. Like we gave him we basically changed him and we gave him different things, and now he's a reasonable guy.
Yeah.
We're not gonna tell you what because then it'll spoil it. What do you? Great, my brother literally left the dog in my room. Great. Okay. Oh yeah, Quailos. Yeah, well, how do we forget Quailos' strongest feat? So yeah. Do I even have to mention it? His strongest feat was literally in the last part of part one.
True.
I mean, we can't talk so much about it because literally it's a major spoiler and it changes everything for the upcoming parts. But like, let's just say after that point, he was like unmatched for a little while. Jesus, like not many people. I don't think the only person who might actually stand like a chance is probably Balthazar with just his shadows if he just spams it a lot. But like besides that,
I mean, right now right now in the part of the story, based on like just the main characters, he is the oldest. Cause like compare it to Roz, he is like an adult.
but he's like still the oldest, so he has like more battle training or like battle things.
Like with Quailos, he doesn't know how to control any of his powers that he has because he's never needed to like really use them, quote unquote.
But he had a strong, good potential about it, though. It's just you need to learn more about it over time. But his sidekick had way more potential, but it was sadly wasted by being drunk constantly.
Okay, you know what? Maybe it shouldn't be Fago. Actually, no, it is. It's gonna be a subliminal message.
Only true webcomic people will understand why it's Fago.
Gain our following by 1,000.
Let's just say he also eats a slimy pie from the Nickelodeon show from the Kids Choice Awards.
Got a Kids Choice Award blimp.
Oh my goodness. Ow.
Why does everyone stink?
I don't know. So that's basically it for all the ideas we have, don't we? You have any more you want to say, or any?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you do or you don't?
No. No, I don't.
Uh, Alex, you have anything to say about this?
No.
Well, I guess that's the end of the podcast for today. It was really fun this time, you know. I think we should start doing this more weekly, mainly on Saturdays since we have a lot of more time.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, that's gonna be basically it for everything, guys. Alex, it was really nice of you to come join us in our little podcast and listening to all this. And
Yeah.
Jackal, it was fun. Hopefully you actually make chapter 2 and I also make it as well, and then we share the idea and actually come up with a good idea on how we should make it for the official one. But yeah, might take us 20 years, but who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? It'll get done. It'll get done.
It'll get done eventually. Oh, what the? I just what the? Okay, so I just looking back at my chat. Oh my goodness.
What?
You can look at the live chat, but God,
Hold on. I'm about to look at it. Give me 1 second.
how do I ban this guy?
Speeds with Speeds. I love Anne Frank. She's the best captain viper. John. Carlos.
Carlos. Oh my goodness.
John.
Oh god. I didn't realize it until like after I just like go back into live chat. Great. Currently there's 2 viewers watching. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna can I ban him from my chat? Hide.
In the stream.
Okay, this user will be hidden. Alright, that's gonna be it for everything, guys. Thank you again. In the next podcast, we'll probably talk about something else, or maybe when Chapter 2 comes out, and then we give more thoughts about it when we get more ideas. But that's gonna be it, guys. See you guys in the next video or next podcast. Goodbye.
Wow.